Thank you, and welcome to the Miss American Skank Pageant. I'm your host, Philip Buns. The American Skank Pageant is the world's largest provider of spermicidal douches to skanks everywhere for free, from Massive Gully Reusable Douche. The only requirements Miss American Skank has to receive the free spermicidal douches are that you must be a virgin over the age of 18 and have been ridden more than Secretariat. Miss American Skank has two outrageous contestants for this year's competition. We'll introduce our two contestants in a moment, but first, it's time to meet our judges. Miss American Skank carefully selects one female and one male judge for a balanced decision. For the ladies' side, this year's female judge is Yolandi Visser of the musical group D. Antwoord. Please put your hands together and welcome Yolandi Visser. And for the men, a man who knows what he likes in his skanks, from the planet Terra 11, where the plague has been running rampant for, well, a while now, please welcome Overdog McNabb. Overdog, American Skank thanks you for your time, sir, and how are you today?
I'm quite full of energy today.
Excellent. Yolandi, we are pleased to welcome such a talented artist as yourself. Before we meet our contestants, is there anything you'd like to say?
I think you're freaky and I like you a lot.
Our two sluts have been skanking themselves up. I said that backwards. Our two skanks have been slutting themselves up backstage. Now it's time to introduce the two women competing for Top American Skank. Our first contestant is a rap artist, of sorts, whom in her latest video brags about the size of her buttocks. She's here to defend her title as Queen of the Skanks, Nicki Minaj. Our second contestant was a childhood star and a role model for young girls that has become something concerned parents need to shield their children from, Miley Syphilis. It sure is.
Hello, I'm Robin Dinky, chairman of the American Skank Pageant Committee. While our judges review the 1-minute video our contestants are allowed to provide along with their statements, the pageant committee would like to review the video submissions with the viewing audience. Nicki Minaj is the current reigning skank queen, and she is putting up a stiff defense of her crown.
Jamila's liking the way her booty shakes and jiggles. It makes me such of a massive pit of jello to me like jello.
Thanks for that, Bubba. Now then, about Nicki's video. The workout scene doesn't do much for me personally. I see it as an irrelevant part of the video, and it negates some of her skankiness. As a pageant committee member, one thing that concerns me about Nicki being crowned skank queen this year is this part of her video.
Pussy put his ass to sleep, now he calling me NyQuil.
She says, "Pussy put his ass to sleep, now he calling me NyQuil." When I've tricked girls into drinking a shit ton of NyQuil, they're boring in the sack. They're limp. Sure, you can position them however you want, but they're boring. They're nothing like when you have them tied up or chained. Much more active then. I question, is Nicki trying to tell us she's so boring in the sack that her lovers fall asleep like they've drank an entire bottle of NyQuil? Personally, that's not something I find provocative in a skank.
Arabi, me think I need to see a doctor. My ears are bleeding.
Bubba, you're a professional football player. Don't worry about it. You don't have any use for an IQ.
Okay, Abby. I'm gonna pass out now.
Another thing that frightens me in her video is where Miss Minaj simulates oral sex with the banana. The disturbing part is when she removes it from her mouth and then cuts the banana with a knife. A good skank swallows and doesn't cut her bananas with a knife like Lorena Bobbitt. In her swimsuit scene, Nicki looks like she's in a one-piece, but it may actually be a two-piece. The suit does have seductively placed slits that reveal boob flesh, but a good skank always reveals as much flesh as possible. For me, the swimsuit attempt is an epic fail. Looking at Miley Cyrus's video, we see some fresh skankiness. Miley shows off her titties and nips out for us and shows the flesh a good skank should. Watching her in this video says cheap, easy, and not too bright to me. Everything I look for in a girl and everything a good skank should be.
Robbie, you don't need NyQuil, man. You just need to give a skank a good right hook. That's the same thing as NyQuil, only you don't have to wait, yeah. Works with my kids too when they don't do what I tell them to.
Look, Bubba, a squirrel. Go chase the squirrel, Bubba. Good boy. Miley has the look of a skank. She's scrawny, pale, and acts slutty. Skanks usually are strung out on drugs, and Miley Cyrus definitely gives that image. Her bitch with the sledgehammer to me says she's more than willing to suck and swallow.
I love me. I got the head in my head again, and now I see three of everything. I think I need to go to a doctor, Robbie.
Don't worry about it, Bubba. You play football. You don't need your brain. Go lay down in the corner over there and pass out again, okay? Miley looks like the type of cheap skank you could give half a sandwich and some weak-cut meth to, and she'd be your toy for the night that you could just toss out of the limo when you're done with her and drive off feeling good. That's what makes her my personal favorite in this year's competition.
Judges, you've seen our skanks in action. Time now for your decisions. As we only have 2 judges, in the event of a tie, we have Charlie Sheen on standby via phone should we need a tie-breaking vote cast. After all, when it comes to skanks, Charlie is a true professional. We were going to use Justin Bieber, however, he is apparently tied up at the moment. Yolandi, your comments and vote please.
First, I would like to thank the American Skank Pageant Committee for this opportunity. However, I will add, had I known the committee consisted of 3 American professional football players and was chaired by Robin Thicke, I would have declined. Nicki Minaj has clearly had extensive plastic surgery, especially in the area of her arse, which she brags about in her Anaconda video. Both contestants are seriously lacking in creativity of their art and relying simply on shock value and raw sexuality for success. Miss Ménage is starting to show her age and will soon lose her appeal to the 12 to 13-year-old female demographic. I would advise her to start looking into other career opportunities. I really do think this should be her last competition in the American Skank Pageant. Miss Ménage has had her ass so enhanced, like Peter Griffin in Family Guy, she has her own orbit only slightly lower than Peter's. Her lack of creativity even extends into the musical portion of her latest video, where she not only rips off Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby's Got Back and desecrates a truly great work by Mr. Mix-a-Lot, she is completely oxymoronic in using the song, as Mr. Mix-a-Lot states in his song that silicone parts are for toys, and Nicki Minaj is full of silicone and artificial stuffing. Now, the second contestant, Miley Cyrus, was much more impressive to me. She has completely devolved to amplify her skankiness. Like contestant number 1, she too completely lacks in creativity and originality with limp videos. She doesn't have much to work with on a skank level, but what she does have is what God gave to her. Not from surgery and a lot of money, and that's what skanks are, cheap entertainment. Miss Cyrus portrays well how cheap she truly is. Her downward spiral from being a role model from an apparent family entertainment company into something that parents need to shield their children from earned her a lot of points from myself as a judge. Now that she is away from the creative professionals and working her own Zeph zone, it's apparent that she has no true talent outside of being a skank. That is why, for this year's Miss American Skank, I'm casting my vote for Miley Cyrus.
Thank you, Yolandi. That's 1 vote out of 2 for Miley Cyrus. We turn now to Overdog McNabb.
Let the games begin!
Overdog, your comments and vote please, if your eminence will.
Nicki Minaj.
You're voting for Ms. Ménage-à-Trois?
I like her for the maze.
Oh yes, your infamous death maze. So you're voting for Miley Cyrus then?
I vote for the scrawny, pale, tight one. I want to undress her slowly.
Yes, I can understand that. You need time for your eyes to adjust. All right, there you have it. The votes are in. Our new Miss American Skank is Miley Cyrus. Thanks for watching. I'm Philip Buns. Until next year, beware of skanks and use protection. The Miss American Skank Pageant is brought to you by Pure XXX Condoms. Try our new condom shorts. They not only protect Mr. Happy, they cover your ass as well. Pure XXX. We've got your backside. Available in both boxer and brief styles. And by Trojan, makers of the first body condom. From head to toe, we've got you covered. Trojan's new body condoms come complete with respirator. You're not only protected from STDs, crabs, fleas, and anything else a skank may have, we protect you from her nasty meth breath as well. And by Massive Gully Reusable Spermicidal Douche. Massive Gully, specially formulated for the American skank. Massive Gully uses a special blend of 99% pure isopropyl alcohol and formaldehyde to kill sperm on contact and prevent those nasty unwanted pregnancies from men you never knew the real name of, and helps keep you fresh and reduce your contagion level. Massive Gully Spermicidal Douches. Sure, they may burn a bit, but nothing like that gonorrhea you're spreading.
What I love about Massive Gully reusable juices is the convenience of the new Super Skank size. When you mass reduce as much as I do, the 55-gallon drum comes in real handy. Plus, there's an easy-to-use gully washer attachment that goes on the Scooper Skank. Free cleaning tools that come with it. The gully washer not only cleans unwanted fecal matter from your uterus with different cleaning tips, it's a massager too. The free brushes clean all those hard-to-reach places right up to your cervix.
Massive Gully. It's so powerful, I use it to clean Batgirl's cave.
Massive Gully, the most powerful douche on the planet, and it's reusable. You can find Massive Gully in the automotive section of most major stores, right next to the parts cleaner. Just look for the picture of this year's Miss American Skank Pageant winner.
I've seen better days. I've seen better days.
Let's be careful out.